Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my January TBR for 2024 and my first TBR of the year. Now this isn't something, if you watch my channel, that I do very often, if at all. I don't set TBRs. I'm a mood reader through and through. I thought I'd start off 2024 with some positive, good intentions with my reading, and we'll just see where I get to. I have a couple that I definitely do have to read because of commitments for January, and I just thought I would try and see how a TBR works for me with my mood reading ways. The first book I want to talk about is Extracting Humanity by Stephen Oram. Thank you very much for sending me a copy of this book, Keaton Author Services blog tour. I'm going to be reading this book and publishing some content on the 22nd of January to talk about my thoughts on this book. I believe it's going to be a reading vlog I'm going to do, and I'll post about it on social media on the 22nd. This is going to be my first ever blog tour, so that's very exciting. This is a science fiction short story collection, and I'm really looking forward to diving into it. I love supporting indie publishers and small publishing houses, and this is going to be a really fun read to kickstart my year. The next book on my TBR is going to be the January prompt for the Totally Bollocks book club, and it is The Gift by Alison Crogron. January's prompt is to read a book that you have previously rated 5 stars, so it's a reread. And this series by Alison Crogron is a high fantasy series, absolutely phenomenal, and one of my favourite series of all time, and I've reread it again and again. I would encourage everyone to participate in the Totally Bollocks book club. I love participating when I can. I don't do it every month because I'm a mood reader and life's busy, but it's the sort of book club that's really open for everyone, because instead of everyone reading the same book every month, you get a prompt and everyone reads whatever book fits that prompt for the month, and then there's a live show at the end of the month. And I really enjoy tuning into them and hearing multiple different books that could have fit that prompt and everyone having a discussion, and it's just a grand old time. So I would encourage everyone to join that book club, and I'll leave the Instagram linked below if you're interested. The next book on my TBR is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. This has been on my TBR for a few years now, and I'm really excited to read it, and I can't quite remember exactly what this book is. I don't know if this is the Rumpelstiltskin retelling or one of her others is. I can't remember, and I should have checked before filming this video, so shame on me. But I'm really intrigued to read some Naomi Novik and try her out, because I'm really excited to delve into her Telmare series that's about the dragons, her fantasy series. I would love to read that, so maybe reading a couple of her standalones first will give me an idea if I like her writing. And the next book is a bit shameful for me. I haven't read Ruthless Ends by Katie Wismer. This is the 4th and final book in the Marionette series. These are self-published. I absolutely love this series so much. Vampires, magic, witches, shapeshifters and werewolves, all manner of things. There's romance in here. It's quite dark and quite twisty. I thoroughly enjoy it. But I have something about me that when it comes to finishing things off, like ending a TV series or ending a book series, I just get in my head about it and I don't finish them. So this was published in November, I think, and I haven't read it yet. So this is a priority in January, because I want to finish off the series so that I can gush about this completed series and tell the world to pick up, because self-published books are so great when you find a gem, and I really want to encourage everyone else to pick up the series, but it'd be easier if I finished it first. Now, this last book on my TBR for January has a huge caveat in that I will not be reading this whole book, which is a trilogy bound up, within the month of January. It is just too humongous and I'm never going to do it. But I want to set the intention of starting it, maybe segmenting it out, and maybe over the next few months I will read sections of it to hopefully finish this whole trilogy by the end of the year. And that is the Gormenghast trilogy by Mervyn Peake. I have owned this book for years. I've been interested in this classic fantasy trilogy that really is groundbreaking and sets the tone for a lot of modern fantasy nowadays. I would love to read it, but it's absolutely humongous. This is a trilogy bind up, and this bind up is 953 pages long. The writing is absolutely minuscule, and the new chapters aren't on new pages. They just take a paragraph break. So it's very, very densely packed in here. And I have no idea how long this will actually take me to read. And I imagine because it was written and published in the 40s that it will be a very, very slow going read for me. But it's on my January TBR and I'd like to see it finished by the end of 2024. So wish me luck with that, and I would love to know if anyone else has read the Gormenghast trilogy and if you enjoy it. If I'm setting myself up to fail, if it's even worth reading, I would love to know. But it's one of those classics that you don't actually hear talked about as much as others. But yeah, I'm really excited to delve into it. So that's my January TBR plans. I would love to know what you think of them, if they're achievable. I'm probably going to fail because I'm such a mid-reader. I really don't set TBRs and set reading goals, so I might be setting myself up to fail, but I'm going to try. What are your reading plans for the start of 2024? What's going to be your first read of the year? I would love to know, and by this video's coming out, you've probably already finished your first book of the year because I wasn't organised and didn't have this video ready to go up on January 1st, like I should have. But anyway, but regardless, I would love to know any reading plans you have for January or the rest of the year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye!